The deepest hole humans have ever drilled is so deep, you could drop Mount Everest into it, and the summit still wouldn't reach the top. That hole is real. It's hidden beneath the frozen wilderness of the Russian Arctic. And what scientists discovered down there changed what we thought we knew about our own planet. Commercial jets cruise about 7 miles above the ground. Now imagine traveling that same distance in the opposite direction, straight down, through solid rock. That's exactly what humanity did. Somewhere beneath this quiet, forgotten landscape, humans drilled farther into the earth than ever before. No one has gone deeper since. And by the end of this story, you'll understand why. The hole is called the Kola Superdeep Borehole. It reaches more than 12,262 meters deep, over 40,000 feet, more than 7.5 miles beneath the surface. To understand just how deep that is, Mount Everest stands about 5.5 miles tall. If you drop the entire mountain upside down into this hole, the peak still wouldn't reach the surface. Now here's something surprising. This isn't the deepest place on Earth. That title belongs to the Mariana Trench. But the Mariana Trench was carved by nature. The Kola borehole was drilled by humans, straight into solid rock. So why did the Soviets spend more than 20 years drilling it? Not for oil, not for gold, not for natural gas. They drilled it for one reason: curiosity. Scientists wanted to answer one of humanity's oldest questions: what is actually beneath our feet? In 1970, the Soviet Union began drilling with one goal: reach deeper into Earth's crust than anyone ever had before. It was science, it was engineering, and during the Cold War, it was also a matter of national pride. For more than 2 decades, the drill pushed through ancient layers of rock that had never seen sunlight. And almost immediately, the Earth began surprising them. Scientists expected the deep rock to become denser, harder, more solid. Instead, they found fractured rock, porous rock, rock filled with water, miles beneath solid granite, water where no one thought water could exist. This wasn't rainwater seeping down from the surface. Researchers believe hydrogen and oxygen were squeezed out of surrounding minerals by immense pressure, then trapped inside tiny fractures. For hundreds of millions of years, water that had never seen the sky. Then came another discovery, even stranger, nearly 6,700 meters below the surface. Scientists recovered microscopic fossils, not dinosaur bones, not ancient shells, but fossilized single-celled organisms, preserved inside rock estimated to be around 2 billion years old. Life hidden beneath the earth, long before animals ever existed. Imagine being the scientist who pulled one of those samples out of the ground and realized you were holding evidence of life that had been sealed away for 2 billion years. But the deeper the drill went, the harder the Earth fought back. Engineers expected the temperature at 15,000 meters to be around 100 degrees Celsius. Instead, at just over 12,000 meters, the temperature had already reached nearly 180 degrees Celsius, about 356 degrees Fahrenheit, almost twice as hot as scientists had predicted. That single discovery forced researchers to rethink how heat moves through Earth's crust. But the heat created another problem. The rock itself began to change. Instead of remaining hard and brittle, it started behaving like soft plastic, almost like thick dough under enormous pressure. Every time the drill pushed deeper, the surrounding rock slowly flowed back in, closing the hole behind it. It wasn't the drill that failed. It was the Earth refusing to stay open. After more than 20 years of drilling, scientists had reached their limit. By the early 1990s, the project came to an end, not because they ran out of ambition, but because the planet itself had stopped them. Now you've probably heard one famous story about this hole, that scientists lowered a microphone into it and recorded the screams of people trapped in hell. It's a chilling story, but it isn't true. The rumor spread across newspapers, radio shows, and later the internet. No verified recording from the actual project has ever supported that claim. The real story was already incredible enough. It never needed a myth. Here's what makes the Kola Superdeep Borehole even more remarkable. More than 50 years after drilling began, no human has gone deeper into the Earth's crust. Modern oil companies have drilled wells that are longer, but those wells curve sideways through rock. None has surpassed Kola's vertical depth. Why? Because beyond a certain point, heat and pressure completely change the rules. Drilling stops being an engineering problem and becomes a physics problem. With today's technology, going deeper simply isn't possible. Today, the site is almost forgotten. The giant drilling rig is gone. The hole itself has been sealed with a simple metal cap. If you visited the location, you'd probably walk right past it without realizing that beneath your feet lies the deepest point humanity has ever reached inside our own planet. And here's the part that truly puts everything into perspective. After drilling more than 7.5 miles, we had only scratched the Earth's crust, just the outermost layer. Beneath it, the mantle stretches for nearly 2,900 kilometers. Below that, a vast ocean of liquid iron forms the outer core. And at the very center, a solid inner core burns at temperatures similar to the surface of the sun. We haven't reached any of it, not even close. We've explored the moon. We've landed robots on Mars. We've sent spacecraft beyond the edge of our solar system. And yet, we've barely explored the planet beneath our own feet. Maybe that's the most humbling part of this story. The greatest mysteries aren't always waiting somewhere out in space. Sometimes, they're hidden directly beneath us, waiting, silent, untouched. If this changed the way you think about the ground beneath your feet, subscribe, because Earth is still keeping secrets, and we've only scratched the surface.